pleura, and pleura is a membrane that covers the lungs. There are two membranes. One membrane forms a close investment to the brain. Lungs. Lungs are covered by inner pleura, and that pleura encircles and then goes to the periphery of the thoracic cavity. It forms an investment to the interior of the thoracic cavity. Thus, the pleural membrane consists of two membranes. Between these two membranes, there is a space. That space is called pleural space. The space between the inner pleura and parietal pleura is the pleural space. The pleural space is filled with a fluid known as the pleural fluid. The space between the inner pleura and the outer pleura is the pleural space. The pleural space is filled with a fluid known as the pleural fluid. It is to avoid the friction between the lungs and the wall of the thoracic cavity. The pleural fluid helps to overcome the friction between the lungs and thoracic cavity. Lungs are always expanding and contracting. Along with the expansion and contraction of the thoracic cavity, the lungs are also expanding and contracting. And here now there is a membrane that separates the thoracic cavity and the abdominal cavity. There is a membrane. That membrane separates the thoracic cavity from the abdominal cavity. The viscera or body cavity is divided into two cavities, the lower abdominal cavity and the upper thoracic cavity. The lower abdominal cavity is bigger and the upper thoracic cavity is smaller. Inside the thoracic cavity are the lungs. The trachea enters to the thoracic cavity and bifurcates into two bronchi. The bronchi subdivide the bronchioles and enter the lungs. As the thoracic cavity expands, the lungs also expand. As the thoracic cavity contracts, the lungs also contract. When the lungs are expanding and contracting, it should avoid friction between the lungs and the wall of the thoracic cavity. To avoid friction between the lungs and the wall of the thoracic cavity, there is a fluid here, and the lungs are protected by a membrane called pleura. The pleura consists of the inner pleura, which forms a close investment to the lungs, and the parietal pleura, which forms a close investment to the wall of the thoracic cavity. Between these two pleura, there is a fluid known as the pleural fluid. The pleural fluid avoids friction between the lungs and the thoracic cavity. The function of the pleural fluid is to avoid function. So what are the parts of the thoracic cavity? Thoracic cavity upper region is fused with the lungs along. Neck. Upper part of the thoracic cavity is the neck, and it joined with the neck, joined together with the neck. Lower part of the thoracic cavity, there is a membrane which is known as the diaphragm. It has an upward curve. And what about the sides of the thoracic cavity? Sides of the thoracic cavity consists of chest wall, and front there is a bone called sternum, and sides there are the ribs. Between the ribs are the intercostal muscles. Here we are studying about pleura. What is pleura? Pleura is a membrane that covers the lungs. Function of the pleura is to avoid friction between the lungs and the wall of the thoracic cavity. The pleura consists of two membranes. The pleura is a double membrane. One forms a close investment to the lungs, and the other forms a close investment to the wall of the thoracic cavity. Between the inner pleura and the parietal pleura, there is a fluid. The name of the fluid is pleural fluid. The pleural fluid helps to avoid friction when the lungs are expanding and contracting. Now the diaphragm. There is a muscular partition which is known as the diaphragm. The diaphragm is in the lower part of the thoracic cavity. The diaphragm separates the abdominal cavity from the thoracic cavity. Diaphragm is a muscular partition. Diaphragm is seen only in mammals. Other vertebrates there is no diaphragm. And thoracic cavity is an airtight compartment. That means there is no other way for air to enter into the thoracic cavity other than through the trachea. Through the trachea, air enters. Trachea bifurcates into two and bifurcates into two bronchi and it enters the lungs and it will again branch and rebranch, forming the bronchioles. What is pleura? Pleura is a membrane that protects the lungs. What is the function of pleura? The function of pleura is to avoid friction between the lungs and wall of the thoracic cavity when the lungs are contracting and expanding. How many membranes are there for the pleura? Pleura consists of two membranes. What are they? The inner pleura and the outer pleura. Where is the inner pleura? The inner pleura forms a close investment to the lungs, and the parietal pleura continues as a close investment to the wall of the thoracic cavity. So between the inner pleura and parietal pleura there is a fluid. What is the name of the fluid? The name of the fluid is pleural fluid. The pleural fluid avoids friction when the lungs are expanding and contracting. We are studying about the thoracic cavity, and the organs inside the thoracic cavity are the lungs. The lungs are covered with a membrane. The name of the membrane is pleura. Pleura is a double membrane. Pleura consists of a double membrane. The membrane that forms a close investment to the lungs is known as the inner pleura, and the membrane that covers the periphery of the thoracic cavity is the parietal pleura. Between the inner pleura and the parietal pleura there is a space. That space is known as the pleural fluid. The space between the inner pleura and parietal pleura is pleural space. The pleural space is filled with a fluid which is known as the pleural fluid. The pleural fluid helps to avoid friction when the lungs expand and contract. The lower part of the thoracic cavity there is a dome-shaped muscular partition. That dome-shaped muscular partition is known as the diaphragm. It separates the abdominal cavity from the thoracic cavity. Inside the body there is a cavity. The name of the cavity is body cavity. Also called the visceral cavity. Viscera, the body cavity. The body cavity or viscera consists of two cavities, the upper thoracic cavity and the lower abdominal cavity. The lower abdominal cavity is a bigger cavity, many visceral organs are there. And the upper cavity is a small cavity that is known as the thoracic cavity. The thoracic cavity is an airtight compartment. It means that there is no air entering to that. Only one way through which air can enter. That is through the trachea only. Thoracic cavity is airtight compartment. There is a hole in the thoracic cavity, then one cannot breathe, because the pressure will be becoming equal to the atmospheric pressure if there is a hole in the thoracic cavity. There is a different pressure in the atmospheric pressure outside and the pressure inside the thoracic cavity. It is by altering the pressure inside the thoracic cavity that the air enters into the lungs and air goes out from the lungs. The parts involved in the breathing we can now discuss. The diaphragm has got a participation in respiration, not respiration, in breathing. There is a part for the diaphragm to play when breathing. The diaphragm expands and contracts. If the diaphragm, muscles of the diaphragm contract, it gets tightened. There is an upward curvature. Muscles of the diaphragm contracts, the curvature of the diaphragm gets straight. Diaphragm is dome-shaped. So when the muscles of the diaphragm contracts, it becomes straight. What happens? Upward and downward dimension increases. and the diaphragm, muscles of the diaphragm relax, it goes upward, making the dump-shaped curvature. So the upward and downward dimension decreases and the pressure also decreases. When the pressure inside the thoracic cavity, so volume decreases and the pressure increases. What about diaphragm when it relaxes? When the muscles of the diaphragm relax, it goes upward, forming a dump-shaped appearance. So upward downward dimension decreases. So volume decreases and pressure increases. As the pressure increases, air is expelled from the lungs. On the other hand, when the muscles of the diaphragm contracts, the dump-shaped curvature is straightened and the upward and downward dimension is increased. That is, volume increases and pressure decreases. When the pressure decreases, air will rush into the lungs. So inside the thoracic cavity, when the pressure decreases, lungs will enter into the lungs. Pressure inside the thoracic cavity increases, air will go out of the lungs. So it is by altering the pressure inside the thoracic cavity that the breathing takes place. Admission of air into the lungs and expulsion of air away from the lungs is enhanced by the altering of the pressure inside the thoracic cavity. And what about the wall of the thoracic cavity? In the wall of the thoracic cavity there are the ribs. There are 12 pairs of ribs. And between the ribs there are the intercostal muscles. When the intercostal muscles between the ribs contract, the ribs are raised upward and sideways. So sideward dimension is increased, then volume will increase, pressure decreases and air is expelled out. On the contrary, when the muscles relax, it will come in the same position and the volume will decrease and the pressure increase, the air is expelled out. So expelling of air from the lungs and introduction of air into the lungs is enhanced by increasing the volume of the thoracic cavity or decreasing the volume of the thoracic cavity. When the volume increases, pressure decreases, volume decreases, the pressure decreases. So the pressure inside the thoracic cavity is altered. Side dimension, the volume of the thoracic cavity is changed by the contraction of the intercostal muscles between the lungs. Then what about backward forward direction? There is a bone called sternum in front of the thoracic cavity. When the lower part of the sternum is projected forward, backward dimension increases, volume increases, pressure decreases and air enters into the lungs, inspiration takes place. And when the diaphragm comes in the same position, the forward backward dimension decreases and volume decreases and volume decreases, pressure increases and air expelled out of the lungs. Expiration takes place. So inspiration and expiration is taking place by altering the volume of the thoracic cavity. The thoracic cavity can alter its volume in 3 dimensions: upward downward direction, side to side dimension, forward backward dimension. Upward downward dimension, it is why the diaphragm takes the role. Side to side dimension, the muscles between the ribs, the intercostal muscles take the role. And forward backward direction, sternum takes the role. Lower part of the sternum is raised forward, pushed forward and it goes backward. So the volume of the thoracic cavity is changing. Dimensions of the thoracic cavity is changing in 3 dimensions. Which are the dimensions? One is upward forward direction, side dimension and forward backward dimension. So what is happening here is that pressure inside the thoracic cavity decreases, air is entered into the lungs. Pressure inside the thoracic cavity increases. Due to the pressure, air is expelled out from the lungs, and the lungs are smoothly working inside the thoracic cavity without friction. Always these lungs are expanding and contracting. Breathing takes place about 17 times a minute. So it is always doing so. Avoiding the friction is required. It is to avoid friction that there is the pleural fluid. And it is about 17 times that lungs will be expanding and contracting. That is, breathing takes place about 17 times a minute. One inspiration and one expiration. Inspires and expires. What is inspiration and expiration? What acting consisting of? We can say respiration, but respiration we can't properly say. Why? Respiration is an activity, physiological activity that takes place inside the cells. Respiration is a production of energy, but here an inspiration and an expiration consists of one. Respiration means only external respiration. We just say respiration, actually it is not respiration. We can say an external respiration. So here comes a word other than respiration. The name of the word is external respiration. And here there are two terms. If here there is an external respiration, there is an internal respiration also. So three terms are coming here. External respiration, internal respiration and respiration. These three are different. External respiration what? The air that enters into the lungs will conduct the exchange of gases. In the alveoli, carbon dioxide is exchanged for oxygen. Carbon dioxide is sent out and oxygen is taken into the blood. This process is external respiration. Then what is internal respiration? Hemoglobin takes it to the tissues and oxygen is taken to the tissues and carbon dioxide is sent out from the tissues. So the exchange of gases that takes place between the tissues and the blood is called external respiration. Then what is respiration? It is a chemical process. Respiration takes place inside the cell. Respiration is the production of energy. In the starting of the class itself, we studied that what is respiration? Respiration is the production of energy. And what is breathing? Air enters into the lungs and goes out of the lungs is called breathing. And it consists of inspiration and expiration. What does inspiration and expiration consist of? Respiration. But water respiration, not a tissue respiration, not a cellular respiration. This is external respiration. External respiration is the exchange of gases between the alveoli, blood in the alveoli and the air in the lungs. Carbon dioxide is exchanged for oxygen, and this is external respiration. And this oxygen is carried to the tissues, and there is an exchange of gases between the blood and the tissues. That is internal respiration. And what is respiration? Which respiration? So respiration, that actual respiration, what actual? Cellular respiration. Yes. Respiration takes place inside the tissues. That is called cellular respiration. It is that respiration we say proper respiration. What is respiration? Respiration is the production of energy. Where is energy produced? Not inside the lungs, not in the intracellular space, not in the tissues, Where is the actual respiration taking place? The actual respiration is taking place inside the cell. Cellular respiration. It is for the cell to produce energy. Oxygen is taken to the body and carbon dioxide is sent out from the body. Where does it take place? It takes place inside the cell. Activities of an organism, all the activities, all the physiological activities are taking place inside the cell.